Hey, I was just checking on you. Okay, we just started. Love you. Okay. Bye. Bye, Ali. Bye. You heard that?
Yeah.
Bye.
What a genuine intro.
Oh.
I'm cutting that, by the way.
Oh.
That's not.
Explain your shorts right now.
Purple?
Okay.
What else? What?
Texture.
I don't know. What is this?
Polyester.
It's like a cotton polyester blend, little stretch.
Uniqlo.
No, this is Lululemon. Look at that.
Where should I start?
Look at that strength. Look, I do that. It goes back to original form. You know. That's something you only get with Lululemon, honestly. Any other brand.
That was a good one. Oh, that was good. That was really good.
By the way, I see like literally a Lululemon branded thing over there.
Where? Where?
It's
Seriously.
like a mat or something. I don't know. That purple thing. Literally purple.
Oh yeah, that is Lululemon. Damn it, it caught me off guard.
So like
That was like 2 years ago though, before it was all hipster out.
quality is timeless. That's something else you get with Lulu.
Nah, doesn't work as well. First time's a charm, second time's poop.
Third time, home run.
I will never forget.
Damn it.
Well, I actually did kind of forget, but I'll never forget the game. I'll forget the name because I did forget the name.
We'll forget the game. We'll forget the name.
I forgot the name of the game, but I'll never forget the game.
On the plane. On
PlayStation 1.
Really dragging
Capcom.
it.
Fighting game.
Yes.
High school. Kids.
High school kids fighting?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
And there was like a bunch of different character types, all kind of like typical Capcom fighter.
Mm-hmm.
There's like
It's not Street Fighter?
no, it's basically Street Fighter but with like a different cast.
Okay.
I think it was called like high school, some high school name.
Sounds like an anime sort of deal.
It was so good. The guy that I loved was the baseball player.
I feel like, did he have a hat and a long ponytail?
Should we just Google it really quick? I just love that game.
Let me ask ChatGPT, because that's something you get with ChatGPT. You get the answer to your question.
Yeah, for $10,000 worth of compute.
This kills about 5 people. This one question. What's the question?
What's the PlayStation game? Let me know one. What is the PlayStation 1 game made by Capcom? It's a fighting game with high school students. Let's see how good Jibbity is.
PlayStation 1 fighting game made by Capcom featuring high school students as rival schools united by fate, Shiritsu Justice Gakuen in Japan. Released in 1997, it's a unique 3D fighting game that combines traditional combat mechanics with a high energy.
Alright, that's enough. That's
King of what? I already forgot it. King of...
Was it King of
Fighters? Rival school.
Rival schools united by fate. Shiritsu Justice Gakuen.
Gikken! Why bring that up? You said baseball. There's signature move.
Did I?
Yeah, you said baseball. Oh, home run.
Oh.
You said home run, signature move, one of the characters. The sound off the baseball bat. No.
Crack?
Ding! Just like the... Up there with...
Smash?
No. Close. Up there with Star Wars... The bomb.
Yeah.
Okay. Shout out to THX. Ivan. Lululemon.
Yeah.
This brings me back
Here we go.
to last week.
Okay.
Now this brings me to one of my current dilemmas. Polyester. My crusade against polyester.
It's like a microplastic.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Is that the whole?
Yep.
Oh.
You got it. Let's move on. It's essentially I was like, how can I rid of all the polyester that I have? But the issue is that all workout clothes is polyester.
Yeah.
And you just have to either deal with the microplastics or deal with like clothes getting stained and smelling forever.
Yep.
I think I'm gonna go smelling forever.
Wow. That is a sacrifice, isn't it?
It is.
Not me.
Polyester boy?
Sure. I care, but not at this point in my life.
One day?
Yeah, like I have. That's
levels of anxiety.
2035. That's when I'll start my polyester campaign.
Okay.
Right now, there's different battles to fight.
Drake campaign.
That's lifelong.
Ongoing. So it's funny too, cause like, as I learn things, I'm like, my wife, your sister-in-law, everyone's favorite housewife, Tanya. I shouldn't have said that.
You can't say that anymore.
As I learn things, I tell her like, you don't want to know what I just learned today.
Yeah.
And she hates me a little more every day.
I just never even say like, oh, I learned this, but I never even like. I don't even give people the opportunity to know that there's something wrong.
I do for my loved ones.
Sure.
Like for Bob, no.
Well, yeah.
It's too much.
But like at a point, I think I would rather just not have them even know. Not that I'm like, I just saw a murder. You wouldn't believe it.
No, I can't. I have to tell. Like I want. That's what I'm telling you, and I even want to be like, Mom, stop doing this, this, and this.
Yeah.
Anyways, yesterday she was like, she was doing my laundry.
Yeah.
Housewife, shut up.
Oop.
And she was like, "Can I give you a tip?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like,
"Shut up."
She's like, when you wash your clothes, use Downy. I was like, stop.
Huh? To yourself?
No. She said, use Downy.
Uh-huh.
And she's going to keep going. And I said, stop. You don't even want to know.
I'm picturing you like grabbing her lips. Like, no, stop.
And she's like, what? I'm like, you don't even want to know what I'm going to tell you about like fabric softener.
Right.
And she's like, fine, just be a stink ass.
Hell yeah.
And she made me laugh so bad because the way she said it was like, she was so mad. So vulgar.
Yeah.
But just, and I said props. I said, I appreciate
respect, dog.
And then it's funny because I didn't even know what was in fabric softener, but I knew like it was bad.
Yeah.
Looked it up. Oh, it's bad. And I'm on a different crusade now.
I never even use it. Is that what you're against?
It's added to the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, clothes don't even smell that bad without it.
Yeah.
I think at a point, like, once it starts smelling bad, it's like, oh, that shirt's gone.
It's the issue is that it's the workout clothes that's starting to smell.
Oh.
That's the one that she's complaining about.
Then, yeah, I think you gotta have sacrificial workout clothes that once they stink, they're gone.
That's what I'm gonna do. But they're gonna be cotton.
Yes.
So it's like.
Then just wash it fast.
That's my issue.
Then really this is you being lazy, not
time.
polyester.
It's time.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
But
you could have like a vat of just warm soap water. When you have time, all right.
Wait, what?
Like get a bucket, fill it with like detergent water.
Yeah.
Just throw it in there. Let it sit. Instead of like.
What if I forget about the vat and it just becomes like acid?
Stew. I think. Well, you won't forget for a year. You won't forget for a week. Put it in a place. If you put it, how often do you come here? All right, don't let me help you.
Every day.
Honestly, I pretty much don't go upstairs.
Yeah.
She doesn't let me upstairs anymore.
It's funny because you're like, you won't forget about it for a year, and then I think about the coolant that I have in the back of my car that's been there for a year.
Okay, but that's a little different because you're not in the back of your car.
True, and it's hidden, so.
Yeah, that if you put put your bucket right there, throw it there, then whenever you remember, and you could probably wait a week. Don't you have like a little dumping hole? Like what the heck is that? Like you have solutions. You have solutions.
Just let me.
Metaphorically.
I need that.
Or just let it stink. Like, what's wrong with stinky clothes? Stink is a judgment. Stink isn't real. Stink is in the mind.
Isn't it crazy that like people can stink and they don't even realize it because they're used to the stink?
Yeah. People used to just stink casually, you know?
I think about that too often. Like, how did they do it back then?
They're like they didn't care. Like, oh, that smells like.
That's life.
Yeah, we're coddled by non-stinks. Perfume, air freshener, car air freshener. Is that mint? Is that toothpaste that you rubbed on your wrist before?
Don't ask, don't tell.
All right.
This is part of my other campaign.
Mint toothpaste as deodorants?
No.
Just burning it all day?
No. This is my campaign against perfume using essential oils.
What?
Am I going too far?
Well, let's talk what's essential oil.
Don't know yet, but
all right.
It's definitely not.
All right.
It's definitely not fragrance concocted from God knows what.
But
like mine is like probably just straight eucalyptus with like one other additive.
You want like whale ambergris as an ingredient. You want You want like cedar oil. You want like You don't want chemical 52 as the oil.
Like give me lard with cinnamon and I'll wear that.
Really?
I don't know. You know what I mean?
I think higher end perfume is that. Like that's why it's expensive. I think I don't know. I think essential oil is just the thing you get from Target that is in like diffusers.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if you go higher end, you won't have to worry about that.
Mm. Well, I got this from
we
Sprouts.
could ask ChatGPT.
ChatGPT!
But I won't. She's busy.
I got mine from Sprouts from that like oil section.
Oh. Okay.
Should be fine, right? It is like has a burning sensation right now.
It is scarring heavily.
I don't know.
It probably is, but also you don't even have to wear any. You could just wear deodorant.
But then
What?
Then we're talking about deodorant.
There's paraben free, whatever that means.
It's a tangled web we weave, Ivan. Very tangled.
It is. I like that little poem.
The other day at work, because I've been spouting like random quotes that are very I don't know how to say it. No. I'm like, there's a quote that goes something like this, and it's not it's actually I missay the quote.
Oh, okay. Like you miss 100 shots you take every day, something like that.
Yeah, but it's not that, right?
Yeah.
That's the issue. And then I was saying that I was like, I keep saying these wrong quotes, so I'm just gonna say like the the toned down version of it, and I said, "No pain, no gain," and they laughed in my face because they're like, "That's the most simple, basic thing you've ever said."
You said no pain, no gain. What, like, was that the solution? I don't know what you're...
They were saying, like, essentially we were going through a rough time at work.
Okay.
And then I was like, there's a quote, but I keep missaying.
I know a quote right now that would just...
Right. And I'm like, but it comes down to no pain, no gain. And they're like, bah!
This idiot!
And like, sorry guys. It came...
You want to hit him with like the
Gandhi.
most philosophical, like, religious quote ever, like...
I want to woke them with one quote.
But basically, it's no pain, no gain, guys.
Yeah.
So you kind of ruin it.
Yeah.
Well, in the way you fix it, because they're like, you make them laugh for a little. It's like, it works both ways.
Yeah. I broke them in a different way.
Yeah.
I didn't woke them. I don't know.
Exactly.
I made it laugh. Evan, what's going on with you?
Nothing much. There's nothing much going on, really.
That reminds me of like some random person talking about. I don't know who it was.
I saw Saturday Night.
Oh, wait. Let me pull up my list.
You got a list?
Okay, and
it's good.
It's back. I dreaded the day when I would hear a review like that.
Good.
How good?
That's pretty good. It's like I don't know, like you watch the trailer, you know what it is.
Oh, okay.
Like it's nothing out of the ordinary.
Did you learn?
A little bit. Look.
It's funny how you were like coming. When was it when you're like, let's bring SNL back?
Yeah.
Did this change
any of that? It made me look, because I don't want to be hypercritical. I think that's my only flaw. That I'm hypercritical.
I agree.
That's it.
I agree.
But the energy in that movie was like, not the like crunch time. Like that was obviously there, and like I have a
crunch time
where they're like, we gotta do this, like uncut gems, sort of like. But the like Lorne Michaels, he's like the main character, obviously, but he was saying like he had like a little speech in the movie about what SNL was, and he's like, Saturday night is, it's punk, it's revolutionary, it's going out Saturday night and seeing something you've never seen before. It's like lightning in a bottle, like all these crazy things that like never been done. It's this, that, and like yeah. And I'm like yeah. And the movie kind of showed that it is that, like it is all those things he said, but I don't think it's that anymore. I think it's a lot more just it's a product.
So your issue is
it's a product instead of a legitimate human like
expression of art.
Yeah.
So what? But that's not about the movie, right? You're just saying that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The movie, movie itself is good. Like if you don't care about SNL, you watch, you're like, oh, that's interesting, and that's nice to see a little history of America, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing bad about the movie. It's more of like, all right, that was amazing. Now I got to watch this not good SNL. You know?
Right.
But I don't know.
I watched something from Tiffany's.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think you mentioned this.
Did I?
When you went to...
Oh, yeah. Rom-com?
Yeah.
It was like, I'm telling you, man. New York, they got me.
New York!
Alicia? Is that Alicia?
Something, concrete tomatoes.
Tomatoes?
I don't know the
song. That sounds right, though.
I don't know the song.
That album was really weird from Jay-Z.
Oh.
The Blueprint 3.
Is that I won't even pretend I.
It's funny that like he doesn't really have. Like, how do you release that album and call it the Blueprint 3 when the first Blueprint was like completely different than that?
Because he's not an artist. He's a business man.
Oh, ow. Something from Tiffany's. It almost made us spend $8,000 worth of money into a New York trip.
Oh.
Just from watching it, we're like, should we go? Like, yeah, why not?
You should watch Breakfast at Tiffany's, the classic.
I would, but my wife doesn't like old movies.
Okay.
Is there singing in it?
New York!
Does she say that?
No.
But if that's where it's from, that would have been a crazy circle of life.
Yeah. I don't think they're singing. I think it's just a regular movie.
Okay.
But Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Let's see, what else have I been perusing? Music. There was something in music.
I didn't know Uzi's album came out like a month ago. That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
That's pretty sad, Adrian.
Oh, I got one for you.
Okay.
No, it is just the sign of the death of rap as we know it. I saw that Young Nudi's album came out.
Yeah.
And I started listening to it. I'm like, and it's not even his fault. I'm just like, it's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm realizing it's not for me.
Yeah.
And then last night, the craziest thing happened. I'm like, starting a new thing where I'm trying to cook during the day. I mean, during the nights instead of like all at once and creating like meal prep. So I'm like, oh, put some music on. So I was cooking last night, putting music on. And I was listening to Carlos Vives. Remember him? Colombian artist. He has like mom's type of music.
Sing one whole song of his right now.
You know that song, right?
Yeah.
You do, right?
Nope.
I sang it horribly. Sorry about that. But it was crazy how it brought me back to childhood. Just like, oh. And not only that, but like recognizing how good of a album he had, or the songs I was listening to, they were like just blasting.
Yeah.
And just a refound appreciation for Latin music, which is kind of interesting too, because like there's a whole section of music. Well, there's multiple sections throughout the world, right, from each country.
Yeah.
That we just don't listen to and don't recognize it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not in our wheelhouse.
It's
but
bad.
What?
Because it's bad.
Oh.
It's not good.
Ooh.
Because it's not Kendrick.
It's just very interesting that there's meat on that chicken over there.
Yeah.
And specifically with like what I was listening to, I'm like, if this was like Englishified, all these people would recognize how dope this is.
Yeah.
Which it's fine that it's not, because it's not supposed to be
get AI to Englishify it.
But how do you make like regional music, wherever regional that part is, right? How do you translate that to make it pop, you know? Not pop as in pop music, but make it acceptable to a different kind of audience.
You don't. As is. Well, what?
Like, you can't just convert cumbia to like English cumbia and it works. Like, it needs to hit the right moment.
I think
cumbia needs to be accepted first, or it needs to be the thing that makes people accept it.
Have like, first off, second off,
like, what? How did Bad Bunny become the guy When if you really look at his music, it's not that much different. It is good, but it's not that much different.
I would have to. What was his hit? What's the one?
What's the big hit? I don't know if he had like a big hit.
Like,
his big album was his like that double album.
With the eyeball?
Like the colorful looking album.
I'm just like, is it because he worked with Drake? Was that like the push? Is it?
I don't
Do you have an
know.
English song?
I think it's a multiplier, right?
Could be luck. So I don't know if he just did pure Spanish, then that shows that you don't even need to be in English to do it. And
Which he did, right? He did pure.
He has some English, but it's not like.
Not full songs.
Yeah.
Not even bars. Just like maybe a word or two.
It's like, yo.
Yeah, I know.
That's the English.
What's up?
Yeah. I don't know. I was just. I don't think you have to change it too much. I think you just need to introduce it at the right moment. I don't think you have to like change it to like 808s and then change it to get like Metro Boomin on it or whatever, you know? I don't think it needs all that. I think if it's good and if it hits at the right point, it could just be as is. Like with anything. Like, you know, like if I wanted to make a pop album, if I wanted to make a pop album, sure I could like go study what Taylor Swift is doing, what Weeknd is doing, and then like form something, distill it into that, whatever I want it to be, and maybe like I could clinically make it a hit, you know?
Right.
But I'm thinking if it's really good and it's fresh and it's new and it's unique, then it'll just stand on its own.
That's
If
a good
it's
point.
at the right time. Because I'm sure there's artists that like have all that and they just don't know how to market themselves, or it's just too early. And in 10 years, someone's going to find that like, oh, I like that sound. And then just do it and then make $1 billion just because no reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the thing for everything creative, right? Like, you can just make it as good as possible, and then it comes down to like timing, luck, all the intangibles that you can't control.
That was in the Pharrell movie. There's a point where he's like down, like not making hits or whatever, and then he's talking to some producer, and he's like, "Oh, this hit, this one's the one you show to your ladies. This is the one the ladies will love. This hit, this one's for the club." And the producer was like, "What are you doing? Like, that's not what you do. You make amazing music. You don't make hits."
Right.
And I think that's a better way to say
Right.
what I was saying.
I remember back in the day when they were talking about how Neptune beats would like cost $1 million.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
That's like when producers were more of a thing. Everything was more of a thing. Rappers were more of a thing.
Yeah.
Labels were more of a thing. There was this idea of producers, and you would get Timbaland and Pharrell and Kanye and just blazing. Like, you pay each $1 million for a beat, and then if you pay them $1 million, you're for sure gonna have a hit.
Yep.
That's craziness.
Bring that back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think those producers were just geniuses at what they're doing. And then modern ones, I don't even know, like modern rap producers at least are given too easy tools like Fruity Loops or whatever. And they just copy who's the prototype of those beats? Chief Keef?
London on the Beat.
Whoever started like really trap, I think they should be put down. Not like that, but like that. Because after that, like now everyone, maybe it's not anymore just because rap's not even hitting. But that could be me. Who cares? I don't know.
Yeah.
There's like 30 different like, but this, but that, but this, but that, but that. Like, all right, I don't care. You know.
All right, I don't care. All right, I don't care.
I don't care. I don't give a hoot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, those producers were putting in 30 hours a day for 20 years to have the opportunity to sell beats for $1 million, and today it's not that because they see how, because they just copy the easy, you know.
I don't know about that because I feel like it's always the same thing. It's just more. What I mean by that, like, I think those kind of producers existed in the 90s and the 2000s, but it just keeps getting bigger exponentially, where
Ease of access.
the ease of access makes it so that more people can do it. There could be more bad producers.
Probably that more than anything. Than, like, it's just flooded where now you can't even find them because that genius is just not willing to, maybe not willing, but he doesn't have enough luck to blast through the billions of producers that are just
because he's out there, she's out there, and they're doing their thing, and the rapper is doing their thing.
Yes, his thing.
But you just can't hear them because the ocean's too big.
Yeah. I think that means we need.
But at the same time, you're not in that world. You're not trying to listen for the next indie hit.
Yeah, but.
And that's fine.
But like, wouldn't I hear about? Isn't there someone in the business trying to find it? You know, like, it's weird how there's just nothing. Like, I feel like I would hear, like, oh, Gloopy Glop made this? Like, there's no Gloopy Glop anymore.
And I think it goes back to the same point. Like, the ocean's too big that it just gets devoured within a week. There's too much noise out there. And there is a Gloopy Glop.
What?
And Gloopy Glop is making bangers.
Ooh.
The issue is that
Gloopy Glop on the beat.
The issue is that you're not in the world.
Yeah.
So it's not hitting you. Once you're in the world, it'll hit you.
I have two theories that either we need a new, like, I feel like it's either some combination of like using AI in some way to like make something even newer, you know? Like having, I can't even imagine it because I don't know how it would be done.
Okay.
But using AI in some way to make, not even a new sound, just like, I don't know.
I guess why, but you want that because you want something that will reach everything?
What do you mean reach everything?
You're saying like you want Gloopy Glop, the pop star.
I just want somebody who has a tool and then becomes a genius with it. Kanye had his tool, the Beats, Pharrell Beats.
But I'm saying that there is that already.
But I think since there's such a flood, we need, like, the only next tool I could see is AI. You know?
No.
How do I say this? Because back then, they didn't have Fruity Loops. They're like, let me use...
I keep thinking you're saying Frida Loops.
Frida Loops. They didn't have Frida Loops back then. So, I think correct me if I'm wrong, but
Wrong!
They likely relied on the luck of someone else having instruments in some way.
Okay.
Or their parents saying, like, here's your Christmas for the next 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
your MIDI keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas today it's like, let me just, for free, on my laptop, download this program that has more capability than Pharrell's or Kanye's era ever had.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's flooded, right? Because ease of access. But the only tool I could see where it's not flooded, and it is kind of flooded AI, but I don't think it's utilized to make something like there's no
something that will break through.
Yeah, but like in a new way that we haven't even conceived anymore. Because before Pharrell, like there was nothing like that sound ever, right? Not like that, but
Good one. You caught yourself like, why did I say right? So I'm just gonna double down. Right.
But because he worked so hard, he made his own. Like he made his sound, right?
Neptunes.
Yeah, Neptunes made their sound.
Chad Hugo.
Kanye, Timbaland, they made their sound.
Okay.
But before that, there was no.
Them.
Yeah.
But there was something else.
Other producers, but they made their sound. I'm trying to say it.
Okay, I'm here for you. Because the guy that made Thriller, I'm sure people were like, that is crazy.
Yeah, like I'm like the genius is making a sound nobody's ever made before, and those people have. Whereas I think
that exists.
What do you mean?
There's people making sounds that don't exist, and you just can't hear them, or you're not accepting it. You're not willing to accept it.
Yes, but I don't know.
I think it just goes back to like, you're wrong and I'm right. Just kidding. No, that you're not. It's happening as we speak. Like someone's making something new every day, and something is making something new that's actually good, but your ears aren't receptive to it.
But I want it to be.
You're lazy.
No.
Yeah. No, I got it.
No, I am lazy. That's not the point.
You want it to just break through where you don't have to search.
Yeah.
Well, that's not gonna happen anymore.
Why not?
'Cause the ocean's too big.
But if they're let me just say it.
Like
if they were any good, it would break through.
No.
Yes.
Nope.
If they were gonna be iconic, it would break through. If they were
in a different time, yeah, but not anymore. Sorry. The door's right there, Ivan.
I think I believe in fate more than anything. Fate.
Go.
Oh,
cook.
What?
Cook.
I just believe. I believe that if it was meant to happen, it would happen. So if whatever these producers are making, like the most angelic music ever, doesn't matter because it wasn't their time. And I think maybe there was a billion Pharrells up when Pharrell was doing this thing, billion Kanye's, whatever. But the world wanted Kanye. The world wanted like the invisible strings of fate of the human whatever wanted Pharrell's sound, wanted Kanye's sound, wanted Timbaland's sound. But today I don't feel like there's any.
I know you said that part. There's no Pharrell. There's what I'm saying to slightly alter what I said. I think there is a Pharrell today, and he has his fan base, and he's hitting people the same way Pharrell hit more people 10 years ago, 15 years ago. You're just not in that fan base.
I think I would have heard about him.
No.
It's
because I was just thinking about this when you said that too. Like, I'm listening to some artists, like this Carlos Vives guy. Like, now I'm barely recognizing how good he is. Like, before he was just part of my mom's, like, music catalog. But now that I'm listening to it, I'm like, damn. And it's not because...
But that's, like, personal.
What do you mean?
I'm saying, like a Pharrell, he got the million per beat because everyone wanted to hear that. Like the world wanted to hear that. Like you wanted to hear that. The 10-year-old across the street, my 90-year-old grandma wanted to hear that.
But that's because everything was so easily, like, people only wanted certain things. There's only like 3 subgenres back then. Now there's a million.
Right.
So everyone likes something curated. That's why when you get like Taylor Swift, I mean, like what we have now with Taylor and what we had with Drake and other mega stars, it's kind of like a legacy in the present type of scenario where they are just happen to have that like sustained power to last this long, so it's giving them like superpowers. But it's only because they lasted this long. It's not because they're like uniquely talented. Maybe I should take that back. They probably are uniquely talented. Maybe lasting this long is the unique talent. I don't know. I just don't think. I think
Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, you should have finished that without laughing. That would have been super funny.
No. When is it called It's Not Like Us? I don't even know the name.
Not Like Us.
Not Like Us. That's like, you know, that tuning fork, like boom. That I felt like that song was what I'm talking about. We're just that release and everyone was on the same page for like a month. Like they all had the same thoughts from this one song.
Yes.
That's what I'm looking for. Where an artist that just cuts through everything, hits that tuning fork, everyone's like, what in the world was that? That's what I'm talking about.
I understand that. My rebuttal is that's already like there's so much history already involved with his subject matter that it made it so that he could do that. But Elvis Presley 3.0 can't do that unless he's talking about the Drake thing. Right. Or like something that I don't know. Now that I'm talking, maybe that can be possible if he's talking about like Biden and Trump and stuff like that. I don't know. I just think that's a little weird of a scenario to use because there's many facets to that.
But I think it can be replicated if it's
good enough.
If it just hits the right like wavelength. Like that's the history's there, so like 9 or 10 years of whatever backlog of anger and angst was there to boost it up. But even there's people who didn't know about it who were like, we're not I don't even know how it goes. We're not like him. We're not like him.
What a grandpa. Yeah.
Who had no idea they were even beefing. Maybe they kind of knew Kendrick. They knew who Kendrick was. They knew who Drake was. They knew their persona or whatever. But like every spectrum of people, not like the 90-year-old in his home or whatever, but in America, that was
a bigger spectrum than usual.
Yes. And I think like if it happened, it can happen again. If there's just an artist, it's like beyond music at this point. That can just hit that, boom, and just everyone like.
I wouldn't say it's impossible. I would just say it's gonna be less and less likely.
Yeah. But I think AI is part of that. Like part of that tuning fork. I think AI is the tuning fork right now. Just like someone's like, what does this do? It does nothing until that one guy is like, boom, with the AI and just.
I don't know about that.
You don't think so?
No. I think AI is like kind of
a gimmick.
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong. That's fine.
I was thinking about this on my run the other day. Like, what is the one thing about? I wanted to ask my friends, like, what is the one thing about the industry you work for that like people don't know, people not in your industry don't know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because mine would be the AI thing.
Mine
would be like everyone's like all scared of AI, and in a way rightfully so, but like what they don't know is like the amount of work needed to be done to get it to a certain point, and also like the amount of energy it needs to do certain things, the amount of like errors that it produces, you know, like the amount of data it needs to actually do something correct.
But I don't think that matters if it's used for art, like errors. There's no errors in art technically. If you're using it just like, if you're using it for math or psychology or therapy or whatever, sure, when you need a little more precision. But if you're using it, like it's like a untuned guitar. Like there's artists I've heard that like they have an untuned guitar and they got famous with it because their untuned guitar was like iconic for its bad sound, but they made it work, you know?
Yes. How would a painter use AI to revolutionize something?
Well, it'll never be a painter, I'll say that.
That's a good point. How would
it's just some like we can't even comprehend, because like it takes like a genius to see it. Like how would how would you make the beat for Fronten, you know? Like I don't know what that is, you know? Like picture something you've never seen before, like literally impossible. Like it's gonna take somebody who sees it, who knows the tool well, like Elon Musk.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
How T-Pain used like autotune and he like perfected it, like he understands it as an instrument, and then freaking Travis Scott comes in with like T-Pain's knowledge, like, oh, he did it, I'll just steal whatever he did and then make it pop. Like, but T-Pain was like the one who understood it. He just didn't have the genius to be like, this is it. He just knew it as like an instrument, like someone who plays a piano super well. But someone who's like maybe not as well, not as good, would have that piano and just have something in his head where he's like, oh, I know a sound that I can make with this that people haven't made before. Maybe he's not a master, but because of his genius, he knows he can do that.
Now that you're saying all this, I feel like if anything, just like computers have and the internet has, I think AI just democratizes things even more. I'm not sure if it's the tool that separates one person and makes them stand out. I think it helps them.
But it could.
Yeah, I guess it could.
It just takes a person who understands like, or sees something that nobody else has seen.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know. Like, I play with it, like, I know what you mean. Like, sometimes it shoots errors. I'm like, that's not what I asked for, you little twerp. But if somebody can see how to use that with some incomprehensible way, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But I'm saying it's a new tool that I haven't seen anybody actually use for anything besides like cheaty, like make this picture of a pizza, or I saw, did you see like that Coca-Cola commercial? Coca-Cola released their Christmas commercial and it's like all AI completely, and it's just like 3 frames of someone going like, another frame like a Coke, another frame like a slow moving of a Christmas city, whatever. Like it's the most basic commercial ever. That's like, yep, an AI made this because it's nothing new. But if somebody who knows how to use it as a tool, not as like the end of it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I don't know.
Like
there's also the issue with that I experience with AI as a developer, which is like kind of makes you dumber.
AI makes you dumber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you heard of this?
No.
It's widespread. Just kidding. As you write code, like it offers suggestions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it obviously makes it easier for you to not think. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that would work.
Yep.
Oh, that would work. And it just dulls your like brain.
Right.
And then compounding onto that is that the things it suggests sometimes lead you down the wrong direction. Which I guess like in art, that's kind of what you want.
Yeah.
Or I should say what you want, but it's fine.
Yeah.
But in coding, it's not what you want.
Yeah.
You want to go down the correct manner, correct route, which is that's something like I told the junior developer on my team. I'm like, I would stop using it occasionally because like that way you can learn better.
Yeah.
And also that way it doesn't give you something that's wacky.
Yeah, but it's just like with any I guess art form or just skill, like first learn it the way the masters learned it, like ones and zeros or whatever, like line by line, or first you learn pencil drawing, first you learn the first few keys of piano, first you know, like all that. Once you really learn it, then you can move on. Then once you're really good, then you could go back and use the shortcuts. But I think, and it's just like TikTok culture that's kind of making us that way, where you just see the shortcut and like, oh, there it is. Right, I'm gonna just use this now.
Right.
And then you get hurt. You're down because you don't know fundamentals.
Mm-hmm.
That's with everything. Just be good.
Wise words.
Just be good. Nike.
Really? You? Campaign? You pitched it? Wow, there it is. If you need any further proof.
Just be good.
Do you know why, like, I mean, I kind of know why, but...
The birds sing.
Do you know what birds suddenly appear?
We have a different tempo. I don't want to sing with you.
Oh. Every time
you appear.
I think it's We Are Near.
Oh.
But you might be right. Who knows? Do you know why people are so mad at Elon Musk?
Because he's friends with Donald Trumpet.
What? What's like trumpet? Where'd you get that?
That one hit.
That reminded me of in basketball. Giannis, do you know Giannis?
Ginobili?
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh.
He was playing against the Boston Celtics. He was backing down a guy, and he when he turned around to shoot, he threw a high elbow. It was like semi-purposeful and almost hit the guy. They called the foul on Giannis, so they were walking back, and then the guy that he hit was just like, "What was that?" Like word reading.
Yeah.
What was that? And then Giannis the guy went, and he went, and then he smirked, and on Reddit everyone was like, "Nice." It was like the coldest. Too slow.
Yeah.
Ever. Where's it going? Trumpet.
Why does everyone hate Elon?
I just feel like.
You feel bad for the little guy, huh?
No, like why do people concern themselves so much? It's like the whole Twitter thing. Like, why are you on Twitter so much?
I'll tell you why.
Tell me, please.
It's easier to blame others than to blame yourself. I won't touch you.
Oh, boy. You didn't want to slap me off. You're like, gotcha. Nice kiss at the end.
I think sure.
Sure.
He's a world criminal. He's war crimes, whatever. Blah, blah, blah.
Really?
No.
Oh.
I feel like I don't feel like anything. I feel like there's always arguments you can make why that person's bad. Like literally anyone, you could be like, well, he didn't give that homeless guy $20 and I know he makes $100K a year. Why didn't he give it to him? Like, all right, that guy's bad. Elon, obviously, like, bigger scale, he's a billionaire. He's already a bad person because of that. Whatever, he has, I don't know, like 4 kids with like someone, like his CEO or something like that. People would argue.
There's reasons.
Yeah. There's billions and millions and thousands and hundreds and one reason why he's bad. But, like, in the end, like, who cares?
That's what I'm saying. I look at everyone and I'm like, who cares?
Yeah. And, like, I have that mentality, but sometimes people bring it up and are like, who cares? Who cares? You're supposed to care.
I'll tell you who cares.
Like,
my dying niece.
Dead on the water.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I care, obviously. I'm not saying like...
I'm not saying who cares. I'm saying who cares.
Who cares?
Who comma cares.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yes. I care, but I think there's a lot more important things that I could do that I should be caring about. Like, am I being the best person I could be? Or am I just saying like, Elon sucks, Trump sucks, and then going to sleep? It was a good day. And like,
Trump
I have like,
sucks, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have like 5 kids who hate me. 2 wives that hate me, you know?
Yeah.
Like, sure, fix yourself before you ever judge somebody. I mean, sure, judge people, but
right.
in the end, the best revenge is to live the best life, you know? And then when 20 years down the line, Elon is having his panic attack because he realized, like, oh, I did everything wrong ever. I should have probably married someone or whatever his truth is. And then the guy who just never cared about him is doing his own thing, made his own buck in this life.
5 million?
Let's not get hasty.
Okay.
But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like someone who's just doing their own thing, trying their best. That guy's going to be better off than Elon was, even with the billion. And then there's the third guy who's just judging everyone. He's like, that guy sucks, that guy sucks. Who just did absolutely nothing besides show how horrible people are while having his 2 wives, his 3 kids, his 5 dogs, his dying niece. You know?
Yeah. I got an email from Hollywood Reporter. I should unsubscribe now that I say that out loud. And they're like, this is how you block Trump on all platforms. And I just told myself, like, that's the president. That's the president.
And, like, I don't even see anything about him unless it's... Like, if I just was not on... Like, even Instagram, I don't see anything really. Like, it's kind of tailored to what I want. And it's just, like, random stupid things.
Yeah.
I don't go on Twitter because I don't have anything there I care about.
Yeah, I don't see anything. The only thing I see is, like, the emails maybe, or, like, if I happen onto some news article, I'm like, what?
If someone really didn't want to see it, they wouldn't see it anymore.
Right.
I don't want to see it. Like, but, like, that person's, like, lives off the political anger. It's like, whose personality is being rageful at all the things that are going wrong. They're going to be like, oh, I blocked Trump. And they're just bragging, oh, I blocked Trump. I blocked you know? But then Instagram, like, Trump news, you know? Like, not Trump himself, but Trump-related news. It's like, you see what Trump did? Like, oh, I thought you blocked Trump. Yeah, but I got on this other platform. It's like, all right. So you don't want to see him. You just want to show how better you are by blocking him.
Right.
Like, it's all embarrassing. And then, you know,
Yeah.
just have a slice of pizza.
And is it that? It kind of says something about you that you can't see something without being triggered, you know?
Yeah.
Which, like, to be fair, there are triggering things.
Yeah, like legitimate trauma and whatnot. But like stuff like that, that's like your own doing.
You can't read something from Elon without being like,
See what he said?
oh, my word.
He said, I'm the president's first buddy. That's what he said.
You suck at being, like, pretending to be mad.
I think my dog does that. Like,
that's where you learned
my anger.
Your anger.
That's how I get mad at people.
That is how your dog sounds. Oh man, great job, Ivan.
I know her. She's my buddy.
Best buddy.
My good old pal. My best pal. That's it.
You're like waiting for yeah. Ivan, I think we're done here.
Can I get a drink?
Sure. Wow, you just cracked.
You don't have drinks. Oh, can I have one of those?
Yeah. There's a soda water on the right.
Oh. That seems like a lot.
But if you want that, you can, whatever.
Which one would you prefer? I want either one. I just want bubbly. What you got here? What do you all want?
We have more alcohol than we know what to do with.
You could drink it.
No.
Yeah. Today, last note, I bought the fixins for making tequila old fashions.
Okay.
So I think that's gonna be my new hobby for the next year.
Just become a drunkard.
Yes. No, just like once a week, I'll like a little how you do your cappuccinos.
Yeah.
At night, just like get the little.
Oh, like just really enjoy the moment. You need like a napkin, some like a cloth napkin.
That's what you mean? You want me to put on a show?
Yeah. You just really enjoy just like.
I'm picturing mom like walking in like 3 a.m. Like, what are you doing? I'm like full suit, like a little tie, little bow tie, vest.
And when she says, "What are you doing?" You go, "Huh?
Little old me. Just making a little tequila old fashioned.
Want more? Heads up.
Just bug.
Oh man, that's so good. You can do it. Do it.
Yeah, that's my. Just for funsies.
Thanksgiving dinner, you can make it for us. Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god.
Wasn't that the grossest combination of sounds you've ever heard?
You were dying on air.
That last one was not planned.
Oh no. That traumatized. I can't unhear that. It's in my head now.
That was beautiful.
Sound like a dying puppy. Oh man. Alright. Well, that's it. That is it, isn't it? We're done here.